So this racist guy here denies the existence of multi-ethnic mixed people. He thinks that people should be boxed into only one of their ancestors and completely ignore the other. So as someone with a functioning brain, I realize that you get roughly 50% of your genes from either parent. That's why mixed race offspring look mixed and not exclusively one race or the other, because they are mixed. So most of my followers have no problem distinguishing between mixed race people and full-blooded people, but for some reason this guy thinks that black people look like this. The most typical mixed looking girl is what he thinks black people look like. I asked him whereabouts in Africa do they have long, loose, curly blonde curls, caramel skin, narrow nose. Like, this is a mixed girl. He is delusional. This is how she looks like in most sub-Saharan African countries. If you cannot tell the phenotypical difference here, then you are fucking retarded. So he said black doesn't mean sub-Saharan African. Well, it comes from negro, Spanish, meaning black, and negroid is the anthropological term that was used to represent people of indigenous, central, and southern African descent, aka Bantu-speaking black people. So this guy uses a racist appeal to history to justify his position, the one-drop rule. So he thinks that if you have any black blood, then you're all black. If you have any mixed features, then you're all black. Even though mixed features aren't black features, because black people don't look mixed. But you know, this is too much for this guy. The one-drop rule was a racist policy used as a justification to continue slavery. So what was happening is that the white masters were breeding with the black girls, the mixed girls, and their offspring continually getting whiter and whiter to the point where they were indistinguishable from white people. But if you had one drop of black blood, then you could technically still be enslaved. Such is the case here. This girl from the 1800s had blue eyes, blonde hair, and white skin. She tried to appeal her enslavement, saying that she wasn't black, but because she had a drop of black blood, then she was black. She took her enslavement to trial, and the people at the courthouse saw how white she was. She had blue eyes, blonde hair. They're like, what the fuck, she's not black. So if people really thought that one drop of black blood made you black, then they wouldn't have protested her. There wouldn't have been an angry mob. So clearly this was just a racist myth in order to justify the continuation of slavery. At the end of slavery, a lot of slaves were just basically white people. The moral of the story is that the world's not all black and white. Multi-ethnic people do exist. Our phenotypes, our appearance are passed down through our genetic ancestry. That's why mixed people look mixed, because they are of mixed genetic ancestry. It's really not that hard to understand. There is a clear phenotypical distinction between the average mixed person and the average black person. The average black person doesn't have long curly hair, or at least defined curls. They don't have light skin. They don't have narrow nostrils. They don't have the typical mixed features. So it's pretty easy to tell if someone's mixed. And if you're just going to be an idiot and think that girls with long curly blonde hair are black, just black, then you're fucking retarded.